Hello everyone, and today we are taking a look at the Hypermach Sonic Star, and this is the probably like the 12th time that I have recorded this video because of audio issues. But anyways, moving on, the Hypermach Sonic Star, it's possibly one of the most broken vehicles in the game, and in this episode I will explain why. But first, let's take a look at its statistics. The Hypermach Sonic Star is an orange rarity craftable plane. It requires 6 parts to craft. This plane is quite special because it is the fastest commercial jet in-game at a speed of 2,100 knots. Despite that high speed, the stall speed of this plane is rather low at 150 knots. As with all supersonic or hypersonic transports, this plane has a rather high service ceiling at 24,830 meters. However, during normal flying, you will most likely never reach this altitude. Now, you must be saying, Paxel, that's cool and all, but since this is a hypersonic transport, the range must be low, right? It's 774 kilometers. Moving on, the Hypermach also has 20 capacity, which allows it to fly into smaller airports with high supply and demand multipliers. It should be noted that this plane is a corporate jet, meaning it can take corporate jobs, which gives something like a 2x multiplier by default. For all of those positive attributes, this plane does lack an afterburner, meaning you can't just start a space program and go to your service ceiling in 5 seconds. Your flight path will resemble an Overture or Aerion's flight path way more compared to the flight path of something like a Boeing 2707 or a Lockheed L2000. This plane also handles very well with high acceleration and a very impressive turn rate. However, no air brakes, thus making slowing this thing down a bit hard. So be prepared to hold the Z key and slow down using reverse thrust when you are 30 to 40 kilometers away from your destination airport. Okay, now here is the fun part. This plane is capable of making 50,000 WP in 5 minutes by simply flying from point A to point B. In order to do this, a person must exploit a certain game mechanic by the name of job chaining. So I think this demands a short explanation of job chaining. So basically what it is that job chaining is a mechanic, obviously, where accepting new jobs without ending your current flight adds a 0.1x multiplier for every single job chained. Now, of course, job chaining does require you to turn off your engines and refuel every once in a while. And your aircraft can't be repaired, meaning your engines might explode if you fly it too wildly. But if you can get something like a 4x multiplier or above, which is relatively easy, it is completely worth the time investment. So how are you supposed to abuse this mechanic? Very simple. Get the Hypermach, repair it to 100% condition, and fly between 3 airports near each other. For example, Oconee, Clarence, and Fiskar, or literally any airport in Asia, until you are at a 3x multiplier, which won't take that long. You can do about 5 to 10 of those flights without refueling, so you can save some time by not refueling after every single flight. After about 40 minutes at max, you are probably at a 3 to 4x multiplier, and with that multiplier you can do long range missions and basically print WP. Make sure you take more rare missions as those pay more than standard transport jobs. Also avoid going to airports that you cannot land at, like Kappa and Weebly Airport, as they will show up on the job listings, and they are kind of a trap. Do note that when flying, don't try to go to the service ceiling for short range flights, but do that for long range flights. What you want to aim for when flying the Hypermach is you want to try to go for the fastest acceleration and to reach your top speed as fast as possible. After you have reached your top speed, you can do whatever you want, I don't care. Using this strategy, you can outpace every single other plane, including those planes that can do PTS jobs, when it comes to WP gain per minute. When it comes to maintaining this aircraft, fuel and repair costs are rather low for this plane. You can break even while flying at sea level. So should you get this plane? Yes, why are you still watching this video? I'm not saying this because I have a Hypermach kit that I can sell right now. Merlin302 #1717. I'm saying this because it's actually a great plane. Anyways, that is all for this episode of Somewhat Useful Reviews. Thank you for watching. Make sure you press the like and subscribe button, and have a safe flight.